ever sit down at your computer to do something productive? I mean, really genuinely get something done, maybe a piece of writing or some content creation or just some research that you're uh, need to get done. And somehow, instead of that, ended up playing solitaire for an hour, or maybe got lost in endless scrolling through social media and videos. Well, that's exactly what I used to do. Every time I opened up the computer, I just felt like I drifted into something completely mindless. And it wasn't about being lazy. It was just kind of happening. When I switched away from commercial operating systems to the free and open source world of GNU Linux, something completely unexpected happened. And yes, I did say GNU Linux. That's a small tip of the hat to the history of free software and the people who reminded us that the tools we use should serve us and not own us. So anyway, that shift, it changed more than just the software. It changed how I used my attention. I stopped drifting. It made me realize this wasn't a tech problem. It was a mindset problem. Mindless mouse movements, unfocused consumption, they all have a way of becoming numbing, consumption without purpose. So this video is about shifting from consumption to creation, even in small ways, and how that shift can help you to reclaim your focus. We live in a world built to capture our attention, not to focus it. Social media, streaming services, even most apps that we use, they're designed to keep us engaged for as long as possible. And they're really, really good at it. That's not an accident. It's a business model. They exploit our brain's reward system. They give us tiny hits of dopamine with every notification, every like, every share, every new video that we see, and the scrolling is endless. From my background in mental health, I've seen this pattern over and over, whether it's with substance use disorders or compulsive scrolling. The core issue is often the same, a reinforcement loop without any reflection. And that's not about weakness. It's about systems that bypass our natural ability to self-regulate. So what does all this have to do with Linux? Well, the main reason, Linux doesn't offer instant entertainment. It doesn't spoon feed you a polished experience. You have to make choices. You have to solve some problems. And you have to learn as you go. Even something as simple as setting up your workspace, it's an active process. You are a participant in that process. It's not about clicking next 100 times or agreeing to huge documents that you have no idea what they actually said. It's about being a participant, shaping your digital environment. Every decision, even the little ones, they bring you into the process. It's funny, Linux doesn't try to keep me busy with constant noise, notifications, or advertisements. It just gives me space to work. So that brings us to the core idea of this video and the topics that I'm covering today. And that core idea is creation. Creative work taps into a deeper kind of satisfaction. Psychologists call it eudaimonic happiness, the fulfillment that comes from meaning and purpose and growth. And that's opposed to the quick pleasure-based hedonic hits that we get from constant consumption, the instant gratification. When you're building something, when you're writing, making something, it engages that deeper system. You're not chasing the next moment of stimulation. You're inhabiting the space that you're already in. And that's what people mean when they talk about that concept of flow, being in the moment, being completely absorbed by the activity that you're currently engaged in. And that's the opposite of compulsion. Instead of being pulled by distraction, you're actually directing your own attention. Productivity becomes a form of mindfulness. It's not a race, but it's actually a rhythm that we find. In counseling, I used to say, consumption can go on forever. It's a bottomless pit. But creation tells you when it's time to stop. When you finish something, when you're satisfied, you rest. It's a natural rhythm, and one that we as human beings have largely forgotten. So maybe this wasn't all about just switching to Linux for me. Maybe it was really more about switching from consumption to creation. And that can be in whatever part of your life you need that most. What's one small thing you can do today? Drop a line in the comments below if any ideas come to mind. And if this idea connected with you, if exploring the space between technology, creativity, and mindset is something that interests you, I'd love for you to join me here on Quiet Frontier. Subscribe, leave a comment, or visit the site. Keep the conversation going, because the frontier is not out there anymore. It's right here in how we choose to live and how we choose to create. Thanks so much for checking in on this video, and I look forward to seeing y'all in the next one. Take good care.
What's expected of you is to shine up your shoes, light up a candle for the tired and the poor, wear a tight grin to cover the sins, the things that you see, the things you ignore. You need to connect with those you suspect are making up the truth.